excited to be here. I thank you guys for giving me your attention. I'm gonna try not to bore you too much, you know, but I'm here to teach you that. First of all, how many are in business? Anybody in business? A few. How many desire to be in business one day? Okay, that's good. How many of you guys want to get the message of what's going on with this movement out? Pretty much everybody? All right. So I'm here. My job is to teach you how to sell weed. Legit. I really said that because I got some coaching from a friend, and he said if you get the crowd to laugh, then you got it. So I got my joke out of the way. Boom. All right. So a little bit about myself. My name is Remiah. Like she said, I own a company called Baton Rouge, which is a web design and marketing company here in Baton Rouge. And I got started in business early in my life. My entire upbringing, I was around entrepreneurs. You know, my grandfather was an entrepreneur. Both of my grandfathers were entrepreneurs. My grandfather on my dad's side, he owned a taxi company and transportation industry. My grandfather on my mom's side, he owned like a bar, you know, a little club. It was in the hood, but it was a club. You know, he was a business owner. So I saw business going on, and my grandfather was actually blind. Not all of his life, but all of my life, I've only known him as blind. They called him Blind Man. And I seen him do some amazing things. Like, I would see him pick up the phone. I remember one time my mom needed parts for her car. I'm maybe like 8, 9, so I don't really know what's going on. But he had a little rotary dial, you know, and he dialed a number, and he was like, look, I need this part for the car. And then the next thing I know, maybe 15, 20 minutes later, knock on the door, somebody's bringing the part. Now this is before Amazon, before eBay, this is before all of this stuff. This is in the 80s. And I'm seeing my grandfather make things happen that he couldn't even see. So it just kind of amazed me, and I saw him do stuff like that over and over and over my life. My dad was actually an entrepreneur as well. My mom's an entrepreneur. So it's just in my blood. I gotta sell something. So here I am, this 14-year-old kid in junior high. I'm collecting baseball cards, basketball cards. I had all the Michael Jordan cards. Man, somebody stole my Michael Jordan cards too. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Imagine how much they're worth today. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I had all these cards, so I set up on my locker and I also collected comic books. Set up in my locker one day, you know, this is the comic store, this is the card store. First day, doing good, getting just mad sales on lunch break. Day two, they shut me down. They shut me down. Now I'm in Walker, Louisiana. That's where I was raised in Walker. Yes, they have black people in Walker. There's some of us out here, but my dad lived in Scotlandville, so I'm like a country boy. Then I'm in the hood, you know, so it's like I just got the best of both worlds. You know, I know how to love on people, and then I know how to look if somebody looks like they about to do something, I'm like, hey, chill out. And then I got a little size on me too. So it worked out. But anyway, my entrepreneur career kept going, and as I got older, I went to college. You know, I followed the go to school, go to college, get a job. I followed that. And that's a good way, you know, it doesn't always work for everybody. It happened to work for me. But the job I landed in a sales position. And it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I went to school for ISDS and marketing. I tried to get jobs as a database analyst. I tried to get jobs as a web designer. Didn't happen. So I had to take this job as a salesperson. But it was a great thing because they taught me how to sell. They taught me how to sell face-to-face. They taught me how to literally, I could take this book, this iPad, and this clicker and walk up to you. You ain't never met me before. I pull up on the car and grab the stuff out of my trunk with my book, say, hey, how you doing? I'm from the sales company down the street. We got these books and these clickers. They normally go for $20, but guess what? For you, because you got on yellow, I'm going to let you get both of these for $20. Does that sound like a good deal?
Yellow day and a writing.
All right. So how many do you want?
That's freaking amazing. I would definitely take this one.
Okay, you got me 20. So literally, they taught me how to sell. I knew how to do all types of sales. I can sell based off of scarcity. You only got one left, you know. Or I can sell off of your neighbor next door bought 5. How many do you want? You know, and so it taught me all these skills that I didn't really know was powerful, but they were powerful. It was like 5 different ways to sell. But it was just sales. There was no relationship. I never met you before. I'm going to a different territory every single day trying to sell this stuff, which I did pretty good with it. We would have competitions. On my first day, I sold out. I made $400. And there's a contest of whoever sells out first and gets back first to the warehouse, they get a $300 bonus. So I made $700 on my first day. You get paid cash daily. So $700 on my first day, I'm like, this is it. just like in junior high, day 2, $45. Maybe this ain't it. But anyway, I learned how to sell. Later on in life, I got a job as a marketing director for a home health agency. Whole different ball game. Now you got to go up in doctor's offices and you got to speak their language. You got to know what they want. You can't go up in there and say, my goal was to get you to send me a patient for a home health agency. But I can't go say, hey doctor, can you send me a patient? Like, I can't even talk to the doctor. So first I got to get past the gatekeeper. So I had to learn little things like, what kind of breakfast you like? You know, I'll bring you some breakfast. And that's it. Bring breakfast and come back the next week.
That's exactly how it is.
What kind of coffee you
doctor's
want?
office.
Right.
That's exactly
what it is. And then when you finally get to talk to the doctor, you can't just say, hey, send me a patient. You got to know what the doctor wants. You have to educate them. You have to have something that you bring into the table. So it's relationship building and then also bringing value. So you have to say, you know, I know you deal with heart patients. We have a program that helps heart patients so that they can be compliant. I know they're not taking their medicine. You know, I know they're not. So once you send them to us, we'll put them in this program. We'll make sure they take their medicine. We'll send a nurse out every day or twice a week or 3 times a week to make sure they take their medicine. So now I'm learning marketing. So there's a difference between sales and marketing. I didn't know that before, but now I'm learning this as I go further and further in my career. So the big question is this: how do we get more customers and how do we get more sales? That's the big question. Because there's a huge misunderstanding of the difference between sales and marketing, that's the roadblock to getting more customers. And so that's why I'm here to talk to you about that. How we get more customers, how do we get more sales? All right, that was a long introduction. Is my clicker on? It wasn't. Okay.
I got 2 for 20 back here.
It
wasn't safe.
So some of y'all can see this and some of you can't. This is a real question. I just gave you the answer, so hopefully you got the cheat sheet. What's the difference between sales and marketing? Somebody tell me what sales is.
Sales is transactional.
Transactions? Okay, that's good. Anybody else? What's marketing?
Building relationships.
Building relationships? That's good. Anybody else? Education. Yep.
Marketing is selling your idea.
Marketing is selling your ideas?
Marketing is
It's getting your idea of product out there. And then the selling would be the actual transaction.
Right. So sales is anything and everything that you do to attract a customer. So that's the whole, going on Facebook, sending out direct mail, sending emails, going to talk to the doctors, going to talk to the people, telling people what you do, getting your message out there. That's marketing. Once you attract the customer, now you're going into the sales. It's when you're face to face. It's when they walk up to you and say, what is this? Oh, this is this. It costs $10. That's when you go into the sales. Sales gets you to the money. Peter Drucker said it best. He says the purpose of a business is to create a customer. So without a customer, you don't have a business. If you're not getting customers, you really kind of have a hobby, but you gotta create customers. That's the purpose of a business. Any questions so far? We doing good? All right, let's move. All right. Question for you: are you a doer? Yes. No. Are you a doer? Yes. Okay. Not like a doer, but are you a doer? Do you do stuff? So we're talking about cannabis industry, right? So And then what a doer is, most of us that are in business, no matter what kind of business you're in, most of us that are in business, we do the business, we do the thing, we build the website, we operate, we produce the product, you know, we do the business. But we have to make a shift to get more customers, to get more business. We have to become marketers of the thing and not just doers of the thing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so don't think I'm in the cannabis business. Think I'm in the marketing business. I'm marketing the cannabis business. You know what I'm saying? So all of us can be marketers of the business versus just a doer of the business. And you're going to get a lot more reach by becoming a marketer. So I'm trying to get you guys to shift your mindset from being a doer to being a marketer. That's the first key. Here's another question. What's your marketing budget? This is only for business owners. If you're not a business owner, you won't have a marketing budget, but this is going to help you in the future. Most of us would say, I don't have a marketing budget. Let's just be honest. Like, most of us don't have one. Yeah? No? What's your marketing budget?
Me?
Yours.
I
You don't have one? The business owners in here, like, what's your marketing budget?
We haven't established one right now, but, you know.
Let me ask you why.
We're just in the works of, looking into it.
They're doers right now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're doing everything.
Gotcha. That's good. That's good.
Right now.
like that.
I'm gonna tell you a very short story. So there's two business owners. It's very short. Like if you blink, you're gonna miss it. One business owner says to the other business owner, "If I had more money, I'd do more marketing." Then the other business owner said to him, "Dude, if you did more marketing, you'd have more money." You know, so a lot of times we don't do marketing because we feel like I don't have the money. But I promise you, if you do some marketing, it's gonna bring more people to you, and you're gonna have more money. So that's another mindset.
Yeah, we have the marketing down
Uh-huh.
per se, but we
Gotcha.
just don't have the budget,
budget.
yet because, like she said, on Facebook, it's really hard to boost posts. So every click, everything is organically done. So it's difficult for us in this industry right now.
So I'm gonna kind of veer away and talk to that. What you have to do is you have to figure out. So there's problems. You know, like your story. There's things that your product solves that problem, right? So let's talk about the problems that are being solved. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about if you have or if you're suffering from an illness or people that are dealing with certain things, if they're suffering from this, let's talk about those things. And then you don't mention your product, but talk about the things that the people are interested in, and it brings engagement, it brings attention to what you're doing. Then you're gonna have to bring them outside of Facebook to actually make the sale, but you're not trying to make the sale, you're just trying to educate, you're trying to give value. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like a closed Facebook group and stuff like that we do a lot of educational stuff. And all of our posts on Facebook, you know, education based and stuff like that.
So what's getting blocked from being posted?
Oh, and the word CBD. No, it's not being posted. You just can't
From being
boost
boosted,
it.
yeah,
Maybe.
from
So I
being
can't
boosted.
pay to reach, you know, the 2,000 plus people that
So that's what I'm saying. Boost the things that don't have the words in it.
it won't. My company
Because
will
of your
not be
company?
boosted. Yeah, I can literally say that I'm here, not say the word marijuana or CBD. It won't get approved.
You're gonna have to create a personal business page for yourself. You have to become a personal brand and draw people to you and then guide them.
Well, we're hoping to, you know, break the stigma all throughout society, and then we won't have to worry about that.
Well,
Facebook and, you know,
Until that happens,
federal laws, you know.
Mark Zuckerberg,
That's the
you
goal
know,
here.
until that happens, the route around that is to become a personal brand and guide people that way. Yeah, that's essentially what I've done with my business. You'll see my face everywhere. People don't know I'm a web designer. Did you know I was a web designer?
Before? No.
Yeah, but you saw my posts. You attracted to the personal brand, and then eventually you'll find out I'm a web designer. So that's just a little tip, but I feel your pain though. Yeah.
Oh, one thing is I was just thinking is that you may not have a budget, but you're still spending some marketing So you might
Oh,
say,
yeah.
you know,
We're
in
spending a
response to the
lot,
question,
don't
you
get
might
me
say-
wrong, we just don't have a budget.
Right, you like, in response to the question, like, well, we don't have a budget, well, that may just mean I haven't worked up a budget yet, I'm still spending money on it.
Gotcha.
Because it's different every month.
That makes
Something like
sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, but I really just wanted to get the minds rolling on to spend money on marketing to actually make more money. Okay. So, and this is why good marketing equals more sales. If your marketing is good, if your message is good, you're gonna get more sales, and it actually sells for you. A lot of times, typically people just trying to sell. You know, the first thing you see is buy my t-shirt, buy my shoes, buy my hair. Get tired of the hair products. But you see that all the time. They're trying to sell. But when your marketing is good, you actually do less selling and you get more sales, if that makes sense. There's a few places that people try to sell from. One might be like a table like that in the back, or a table like this, or you got some people that pull up, like I used to pull up with my stuff out my trunk trying to sell to you, or people sell to you from the mall. You know, hey dude, come over here, man. Try this brush. You brush your hair with this, you never got to brush your hair again for a month. Y'all know who's down in the mall. Check this out. Come see. Yeah. I'm like, I'm a dude. It works for dudes too. You know. So there's different places. Can you guys think of name some places that people try to sell from? And I'm looking for one in particular. Just spit them out. Instagram.
Okay, homes.
You hit it on the nail. You hit the one on the nail I'm looking for. Digital, online, Instagram, and Facebook is where people try to sell from the most. But we've been lied to. I don't know if y'all can read this, but nobody goes on Facebook to buy things. You know, hey babe, I'm going on Facebook. You want me to get you something? Said no one ever. You know. But we end up buying on Facebook and Instagram, but we didn't go there to buy there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna sell on Facebook, you have to really stand out. You gotta be really, really good to make it happen. And I'm gonna kind of show you how, and I think this will help you guys in the back a lot too. The people are on social media, as we already know. Although they're not there to buy per se, they do end up buying. A little stats, 2 billion people use Facebook already. 80 million people use Instagram every month, and then there's tens of millions of companies that advertise online every single day. So you're gonna have to stand out or you're gonna fail. You know, so how do we stand out from all the noise? How do we make our message different? Everybody's saying the same thing. We got the best products, we got the best quality in the industry. You know, we have tons of digital, tons of testimonials, tons of social proofing. We get our customers results. You know, we care about your health. You know, everybody's saying those same things. We're the fastest, we're the best, we're the most consistent. You know, how are you going to stand out, you know, with your marketing? And so I'll tell you how I'm doing it. I'm going to talk about myself a little bit, but I promise you it's going somewhere. I've been in business for 9 years, and over the last 3 years, I've been able to get to a 6-figure business consistently. And then just in the last year alone, my business actually doubled because I started using my personal brand to draw people into my business. My personal mission is to impact 100 entrepreneurs and help you guys get to 6 figures. So that's my personal mission. Yep. So we're gonna get that. I've invested in virtually everything. Over 20K I've invested into personal development so that I can strengthen my message, so that I can strengthen my information and my knowledge and my wisdom to give out to my clients and to give out to other entrepreneurs that I'm helping to teach. Everything from one-on-one consulting, masterminds, coaching, events like this, digital programs, online courses. I've read over 20 books in my field and then outside of my field as well. And also I've attended networking events. Some of my accomplishments include writing this book about building freaking amazing websites. The main reason I wrote this book is because, hey, first of all, I don't know anybody else locally, another web designer that's written a book. I don't know a web designer nationally that has written a book. Now there are some, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know them. And so I wanted to be the authority on this subject. And the word authority comes from the word author. You know, so I became an author so that I could become the authority on this subject. So now, if I present you with this, you're probably going to believe that I know what I'm talking about when we're talking about web design. True or false? Yeah. So I wrote and published this book. I recorded and published the audio book as well. It should be showing up live on Audible really, really soon. I'm waiting on them to approve it. You know, I might have said cannabis in there or something, so they're not approving it. I didn't, but I'm just saying, I do a podcast. It's on iTunes. You can check it out. I've been interviewed on other people's podcasts, seminars and workshops, and I'm a certified digital business consultant. So those are some of the things that I've done, and that's how I'm doing. That's how I stand out for my message. So another question is, who knows you? Most entrepreneurs fail because nobody knows you. That's a big reason why most entrepreneurs fail. We say this all the time. It's not what you know, it's who you know. But there's another level to that. Who knows you? You know, not what you know is who you know is when maybe you're trying to get a job or you're trying to get something done, or like the lady that just left, you know, my cousin trying to get him out of jail. Now it's who I need to know. But when it comes to doing business, it's who knows you. Financial success is in proportion to how many people know, like, and trust you. They have to know you, they have to like you, they have to trust you. If 1,000 people know you, by law of averages, 100 people will like you, and then 10 people will trust you. And if 10 people trust you, you probably make a couple dollars, right? So what do we have to do to get more people to trust us and make more money? There's one thing. I'm looking for one answer. Marketing, yeah. Marketing is it. But it's a little different. We gotta get more people to know us. If we get more people to know us, we'll get more people to like us. Imagine 1 million people knowing you, and then law of averages, 100,000 people like you, 10,000 people trust you, you make a whole lot more money. Now, I know it might seem unfathomable to say 1 million people, really, Remiah? I'm gonna get 1 million people? I just had to use that number to throw it out there. But let's just say 10,000 people know you. It's still a lot more than 1,000 people knowing you. So we have to think about that, get more people to know us. And here's an example.
Remiah, can I jump in on that? Also, especially in what I've noticed as I've traveled, there are so many people who I didn't even know this existed until recently. I guess I'm old. That are Instagram famous. And they have
They got 1 million hits and
20,000 followers,
Yep.
and they use strictly that to promote their brand. Like there's a lady called the Dank Duchess in California who has 31,000 followers, and she makes these huge rolls, okay, that she calls them and she travels the world. But that's all, I mean, her concept is so simple, but she's so successful because she has that many followers.
That's real. That's real. You took one of my examples. But
Okay, I'm sorry. You can use
it's cool. It's cool. But the secret is getting more people to know you. It's a lot harder to get people to like you and trust you. That's harder to do, but it's easier to get people to know you. And because of the law of averages, if you just get more people to know you, like most of you guys didn't know me before tonight, but now you know me, and some of you probably like me. Maybe 1 or 2 of you will trust me. You know, that's just how it goes. But before this happened, thanks to you, now more people know me. So I appreciate it. Get more people to know you and you'll make more money. It's impossible to know 1 million people, but it's possible to have 1 million people know you. So don't try to worry about knowing them. Just get them to know you, you know. Cristiano Ronaldo, anybody know who that is? Soccer player. And this is an Instagram example. Cristiano Ronaldo is the most famous person in the world, according to Instagram. He has, I think it's 163 million followers. 163 million followers. I would have said maybe Beyonce might be more famous than them. Like I would have thought that. At first I was like, well, what about LeBron James? You know, maybe LeBron James. Look up LeBron James. LeBron James is 43 million followers. That's still a lot. Don't get me wrong. But this dude got 163. Beyonce is 119 million. That's a lot. He's still 50 million more than Beyonce. Okay? He signed a $1 billion deal with Nike. There's only 3 people that have a $1 billion deal with Nike. I named the other one, LeBron James and Michael Jordan. So they have a lifetime deal with Nike. He got the deal because he has that many followers on Instagram.
And that sells for them.
That sells for them. He did a post. He did a post for them in 2016. He did a post for Nike. Nike sold $500 million off of his post. $500 million.
Wow.
Yes, off of a post. And so they gonna yeah.
Can you
What's that? Do it for me. Yeah, do it for us. If you do it for me, everybody in this room, I'm breaking you off. Yeah, so it's all because of how many people know him. All right. Another example, Shark Tank. How many watch the show Shark Tank? You know, I like Shark Tank a lot. So David John, who was probably one of my favorite entrepreneurs, he said that although they were already successful, all of them in business, they were making a lot of money, they were all millionaires. Because of the show, they're now celebrities, and their success has even gone higher. If you can imagine already being a millionaire and then getting more successful, because now they're celebrities and they have increased influence with multiple new $1 million deals, like book deals, sponsorships, and endorsements.
I have another add-on. Mr. Wonderful is now in the cannabis industry. He was in New Orleans in May, and he did a thing, and like people were all over him.
Yeah, at the MJ BizCon.
Yes, he was there. Yep.
That's what's up. I didn't know that. But like I was saying, like David John, some of us knew David John because of FUBU,
Yeah.
you know, but that's the only reason. Some of us knew Mark Cuban because of basketball, if you follow basketball. But did you know Mr. Wonderful before Shark Tank?
No.
Who was he? Did you know the QVC lady before Shark Tank? Never heard of her. The Rob guy, never heard of him. But now they're celebrities, and if they walked into this room right now, somebody would probably faint. You know, not me. Nah, but that's all about because more people know them. So no matter what level you're on, if you get more people to know you, it increases your level of income, it increases everything. So any questions or anything you want to expound on before we move? Is this good? Is this helping? Good information? Yes? Okay. So we kind of talked about this. So what is KLT? It's know, like, and trust. So you get people to know you, that's just awareness. You know what I'm saying? That's just bringing awareness to who you are. And there's a strategy called omnipresent strategy. And that's a strategy where you want to be everywhere. And that's kind of like what I was talking to you about. Even though you can't do posts, do boosted posts with your company, create your personal brand and talk about your story. Create your personal brand, motivate other people who are dealing with the same things that you went through or things that you went through. You motivate them, you encourage them. That's what I do with my Instagram page. My Instagram, I did a post about the difference between marketing, sales, and branding. Talked about it for 1 minute. I boosted the post, got 3,000 people to watch the video, got 100 new followers. So I got more people to know me, you know, based off of that. I didn't talk nothing about web design. I'm just getting people to know me, getting people to like me, and then when the time is right, they normally come to me because I'm still posting some stuff. You'll still lead them down that path, but you just have to bring them in and make them aware. Marketing is a long game. You know, marketing isn't a quick fix. It's the long game. It's building a relationship. It's creating value. Give more value. Give more value. Anybody ever heard of Gary Vaynerchuk? Nobody heard of Gary? You heard of Gary Vaynerchuk? I got his shoes on. So Gary V is the only business person, the only non-athletic entrepreneur with a shoe line. Like, this dude making entrepreneurs cool. Like, I dress like this because of Gary V. You know, I can go into a business meeting like this because of Gary Vee. So, man, I lost my train of thought. He wrote a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And that's the method of delivering content. A boxer would jab, they jab, they jab. They don't go in for the kill until you get tired. The jab is just wearing you down. The jab's wearing you down. So the jabs with us in marketing is give you a little bit of value. You know, here's a couple little tweaks you can do to your website to increase engagement. You know what I'm saying? Here's a couple marketing tips. You know, here's some motivation for you. You know, here's some productivity tips. Here's some more tips on this. Here's just something a little funny. You know, you educate, you give them some value, more value. Boom, go in for the jab. Get a website. I'll be a freaking amazing website. By that time, you already bought in. You already like me. You already trust me. Okay, you want to be? You see what I'm saying? So that's the method. You jab, 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 jab. Wear them down. Get them to trust you. Then going for the sale. So it's a long game, but your customer base sticks with you longer, and not only that, they refer you. So I'm gonna get to it. Like you is when you give them value. Trust you is when you have influence. I'm gonna kind of go away from this. When people trust you, people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. Right? So once they trust you, they also refer business to you as well. That's a lot bigger, and that goes a whole long way, because I did your website, but now my brand lives on through you. You're gonna tell people that I would never meet, that would never be aware of me unless it's because of you. So you're gonna say, hey, you need a website? Go see Remiah. And then a year later, you're gonna say, hey, you need a website? Go see Remiah. And that's just how that works. You know, referrals work like that. I really think I've covered what I needed to cover. Yeah. So, are there any questions, like marketing questions, sales questions? Yes, no, maybe.
So I'm just like, so we need to work on my personal brand. So.
Did y'all want more information, or was that good? Because I don't want to go too, because I know we started, you know.
Oh, no, that's fine. I think you should finish.
I have a question.
Oh.
So we basically talked about marketing, sales, products. What about services? Do you use the same approach?
Same approach. I provide a service. Yeah, it's the same approach. It's just you get more people to know you. No matter what you're doing, you get more people to know you. So if I go. So I'll go here. Basically, it's kind of like what I was talking about with the give value. So there's different ways to get attention. You really want to get attention. That's what we're trying to get. That's why billboards exist. That's why commercials exist. That's why you put a big old logo on your hat,
That's why you
on
got
your
to
shirt.
right there for pictures.
That's why we got that there for pictures. Right. You want to get attention. So a lot of entrepreneurs struggle. We have a hard time getting attention, you know, outside of our circle. So here's a couple of tips ways you can do this online to build community. So you already talked about the Facebook groups. You can join targeted Facebook groups that are related to your industry, or not even related to your industry. Let's say your service is for what is your service?
Public policy work.
Public policy work. So who are your customers?
My customers would be people that want to change the cannabis laws.
Okay. So there are probably going to be some Facebook groups that exist with these people. Yeah, so you join those groups and you just become part of the conversation. You just engage. You answer questions. You comment. Yes, ma'am.
So, I'm a teacher, right? I don't even put a like on something with cannabis or post anything, even if it's something that I agree with. Because you got people on my page that'll look at that and that might be my job. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's, in my mind, that's what I'm saying. Like I'll read all about it, I'll educate myself, but as far as joining a group or something like that, you know, you're afraid to because of your profession. And I don't know if anybody else has that problem.
So joining a group, you know, most groups are private. So if you join a group, that's outside of the world of your page. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Your page reaches your network, your circle. But when you go inside that group, it's a whole nother world. Like literally, every group you go inside, it's a whole nother world. It's just people. I'm a part of all types of marketing groups. You know, building website funnels. All they talk about is funnels. I'm tired of that. Sales and marketing tips. Sales and marketing. This is the best way. This is the way to do it. You know, entrepreneurs. You know, be motivated, get successful. You know, so every group is their own world. So I would say that you'll be pretty safe to join a group. And most groups, like, they vet you before you get in. Like, they'll ask you questions and different things like that. I help with business strategy. I help you get clarity on your business. Yes, I help you with that part. And then I would refer you to someone to structure and all of that stuff. And then I can help you to build it. Yeah. So I'm gonna close out with this. Like, with the conversation, the best way to kind of like spread the word, I normally do this Facebook challenge. And so it would be, you know, what's one or two topics that you can talk about on Facebook that will inform, you know, about your business or about the movement, to just create conversation. The conversation that we had here was good. Like, they were addressing the stigmas. You know, you think it's about getting high, but it's not. It's about helping people get well. That message needs to be said by not just Jessica. You know, that message needs to be said by everybody in this room. You know what I'm saying? So, like, think about what's something that you could talk about, and like on a Facebook Live, but just a conversation. Like, start the conversations, because that's where it's going to start. Like she said, if policy doesn't change until the perception changes. And I thought it was real interesting when she said that the Constitution was written on him.
Yeah.
You know, that was very interesting, and that was the way they made it illegal. It was all marketing. You know, it's all mental. It's all mindset. Honestly, I've never smoked a day in my life. I've never, you know, recreational, none of that. I've never done it a day in my life, but I don't judge anybody who does for whatever reason you're doing it, because I know that, okay, they made cigarettes legal, but that's killing people. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the legality.
Alcohol is legal.
Well, legality is not synonymous to morality.
Right. The legalism does not deem what's moral. Yeah, I agree with you there. So the conversation just has to be made. And I'll leave you with that. You know, y'all can follow me on Facebook at Remiah Trask, you know, to get any information. I got it on here. And I thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.